Hi everyone, meteorologist Ed Valley here, taking a look at the Northeast. Happy President's Day. We have a clear sky today. Really no issues. Warmer air is moving in, and that's ahead of our next system. And you're going to notice this evening, we're going to see the atmosphere is going to moisten to the north, and along a warm front, there could be at least a little bit of freezing drizzle in the higher elevations across the interior. What's causing that is when you look at the humidity along this warm front to the north. Look at how high that humidity is right along the international border. So northern New York, northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, and Maine, probably some freezing drizzle here this afternoon and into this evening before it starts to at least relax a little bit tonight. But watch tomorrow morning. Notice it's going to moisten up ahead of the storm tomorrow morning as well. So there could be two periods of a little bit of a wintry mix with this storm system. So I just wanted to alert you to that. And then as we move through tonight, initially the temperatures are actually going to fall pretty close to freezing across the interior. And again, as we get through the day tomorrow, notice they're just going to slowly rise. And look at the gradient that's going to set up here. 60s in South Jersey, but in the 30s in New England. And through the day, that cold air will slowly get scoured out, but it's going to take its sweet, sweet time. So you look at 5 p.m., it's still near freezing in southern New Hampshire. Very impressive. And at the same time, you're getting precipitation moving in. That's the issue. So there's going to be at least a period of wintry mix, whether that's sleet or a little bit of freezing rain, central northern Vermont, New Hampshire, tomorrow afternoon. That should pretty quickly go over to rain as that warmer air wins out. And you notice by about 7 or 8 p.m., temperatures are still close to freezing, but likely above freezing in parts of New Hampshire, warming into the 40s and 50s for the rest of us. And overnight, you'll notice those temps move upward. And by sunrise on Wednesday, it's, we'll call it 44 to 59 across the entire region. You got to go well north to get above freezing, okay? Now, the good news here is the precipitation should end overnight, and we're looking at totals anywhere from about a quarter to 3/4 or a half to about an inch. So it's not a huge event, but certainly enough to cause some issues. And you couple that with the warmth and the snow melt, you're going to get more flooding in some of these areas. And we're going to see on and off showers through early in the morning on Wednesday, but the bigger story will be the return to colder by the afternoon. You notice by the afternoon, a few snow showers now across the north. So what's going to happen here on Wednesday? Actually, before I get to Wednesday, let's talk about wind, because the wind is going to be very strong with this system. 25 to 50 in gusts, pretty much region wide, starting as early as tonight and really going to be going all the way through Wednesday. So let's look at that. So again, tonight, not terrible, but there will be some wind at elevation. But tomorrow especially, you're going to see that wind increase throughout the afternoon. And the worst of it is Tuesday evening and Tuesday night. Again, 25 to 50 should do it here. So we got a mix going to rain. We got heavy rain. We got strong winds. We got temperatures all over the map. And then, like I said, things are going to start cooling off early on Wednesday. So how does that happen? Well, this is what we got. We got a cold front arriving from the west on Wednesday. So out ahead of it, you compress that air and you warm it very quickly. So the result on Wednesday, we start the day in the 50s across the north, but drop into the 30s by afternoon. At the same time, the front hasn't reached south yet, so it's 55 to 65 from Philly to New York to Boston. And then in the evening, that's when the colder air moves in. But still, you're going to notice a very, very sharp front on Wednesday, in the 20s north and west, mid 60s south and east. So impressive. And that's going to lead to obviously a very different atmosphere for the overnight on Wednesday, coupled with a few of these light snow showers to the north. Now, then we turn our attention to Thursday night and Friday. Thursday is a cold, dry day, but watch Friday. Or Thursday, you have this high pressure in control, but watch what happens. By Friday morning, we're getting a storm system that's going to do one of these. Come up from Pittsburgh, drive through central PA, come up towards Binghamton, and at the same time, secondary development is going to happen. We're going to see a transfer of energy to the coast right here. Now, this is going to move east-northeast, somewhere near Cape Cod. So initially, you're going to get this big old low going into Binghamton. So you're going to get all this warm air aloft, not at the surface. And then as this secondary low happens, it moves east, as you see here. There it goes. All that warm air is replaced because, again, you have this low back here. It transfers its energy down, moves over. All of a sudden, you're getting winds coming back out of the north in these areas that initially had winds out of the south with this low to the west, right? So this is to say that the temperatures are going to be all over the place with this system. There's no doubt about it to me. So let's talk about it. So initially, we'll start here. We'll go back to Thursday evening. Initially, we're going to have cold in place. We're going to even have a wintry mix to start Philly, New York, all of southern New England. But watch what happens Friday morning. See that? There it is. So, okay. The warmth presses in. There's that initial low pressure warming. Then you see the area of low pressure start to form south of Long Island, and watch the cold return to southern or central New England. Watch this. Very interesting. Here it comes. See it? See it coming back in? There it goes. So to me, this looks like a messy storm, and we'll leave it at that. So here's what I believe is going to happen. It's going to start off as a wintry mix. Sleet, a little freezing rain, a little snow in parts of even Philly, Trenton, New York, Thursday evening. Overnight, that warmer air is going to move in. Snow breaks out southern New England, quickly goes to sleet along the coast. And notice by 4 a.m. on Friday, it's raining in Philly, it's raining in Trenton, it's probably raining in New York City. Wintry mix, Connecticut coast, snow to the north. Now, keep in mind, just looking at this image, here's your primary low, here's your secondary low. So you've gotten that push of warmer air. It's brought the sleet to the Vermont and Massachusetts border and pretty close to the New Hampshire, Massachusetts border as well. And then from here, this is going to move east. And that's going to drag colder air back in. So watch. You'll see that the snow line or the sleet line never gets north of Route 2 in Massachusetts or really north of the Vermont border. So you notice into the evening, cold crashes back in and any precip ends as a little light snow in eastern areas. So that was a lot of information. Let's talk about the European. And then we'll talk about amounts. So the European's a little warmer. All rain Philly, all rain New York, but same idea in New England. And then same idea with that rain snow line. Significant snow in central and northern New England with this type of system. And you would be looking at anywhere from 6 to 14 inches of snow if this were to verify. Now, the GFS is honestly not that much different. You still have that 8 to 12, 6 to 14 type look along and north of 90. And then again, everything to the south is mix. Sleet, a little bit of everything, right? So this is a central New England type storm. Less snow to the north, less snow to the south, but it will be impactful regardless because of the multi-precip type risk along the coast and then the snow obviously to the interior. So we'll have much more on this in the days ahead. If you have questions, let us know, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.